RFK Jr. has cut 10,000 jobs from HHS. He's cut about 40% of the workforce, and he says that he's saving $1.7 billion, or maybe he's trying to cut like $1.7 trillion out of HHS. I think that's what he said. He wanted to cut $1.7 trillion out of HHS. I don't know how you're going to do that. Although we've spoken about this before. They want to cut 880 billion from Medicaid, which would just basically destroy that entire sector of our government. And we're talking about a lot of poor and working class people that need that health care. That's just poof, gone, up in smoke. And that has not happened yet, but the budget that Congress is voting on, the conservative Republican Congress is voting on, that is included in that. But recently, they just slashed Meals on Wheels. That is food for mostly old people. Now, you're slashing their Social Security. You're cutting their Medicaid and your Medicare, and now you are taking food away from them. What do you want grandma to eat? Purina cat chow? Because that's essentially what you're setting these people up to do. You take away everything that they have. I don't know how these older people who can barely go outside, how are these people going to survive? Hate to break Godwin's law and speak of the Nazis, but one of the first things that they did, other than, go after the gays, that was one of the first thing, because it's the smallest group, you can single them out. But one of the first things they did was they stopped caring for the sick and the indigent. They use their propaganda to tell their country that they're a burden on us. So are you telling me that grandma and grandpa are now a burden on American society? Is that what you're telling me? They just confirmed Dr. Oz to be the head of Medicare. I've got family that is on Medicare. I've got family that collects Social Security. I worry for them. Now, in some respects, some people do have retirement to lean on, but they also need that Social Security. We just heard the Commerce Secretary the other day say that, he's a billionaire, our Commerce Secretary, along with 12 other cabinet members. They're all billionaires. But he gets on a talk show the other day and he says, hey, if my mother-in-law, she loses her Social Security, she'll be fine. Yeah, I know she'll be fine. You're rich. You'll take care of her. He also said that people that complain about not getting their Social Security check are fraudsters. When you are starving and screaming from the rooftops about it, that doesn't make you a fraudster. It makes you hungry. And these are benefits that these people work their whole lives for. Personally, I think that it is, like Hunger Games type shit, that you have to make people wait until they're retired before they actually get their health care paid for and they get Social Security subsidies. I think that that's horrible. I think that we should all have health care. But this is the system that we have, and now they're trying to tear down that little teeny bit of social safety net fabric that we have left and just rip it to shreds and piss on it and set it on fire. And if you really thought that Robert F. Kennedy Jr. was going to make America healthy again, you need to think again.